Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to be speaking about the racial disparities within the criminal justice system. Today, racial disparity is a pretty popular topic in the U.S., and primarily because of law enforcement-related issues and the unfair sentencing that some people have said that exists within the criminal justice system. And today I want to see whether or not this is actually a false narrative portrayed by the media, or if there some statistical data to back that notion up. We can see that, we assume that gender, income, and ethnicity does not influence the sentencing phase of the criminal justice system. But in actuality, there have been numerous studies where it indicates that racial disparities actually do exist. For example, it's noted that drug offenses are the largest offenses portrayed by any group, and the amount of offenses being sentenced are approximately 31,200 sentences a year. And out of them, whites are sentenced to approximately 32.1 months on average, while Hispanics are sentenced to approximately 54.1 months, and blacks are sentenced to 68.2 months on average. This is about approximately 22.7% larger than their white counterparts, so they have higher sentences for the same exact offenses. We can also see that numerous studies suggest that there are other things that have to do with the reasoning behind the crimes that are being committed in the sentencing. Some of these have been suggested to be family ties, repeat offenses within the same group of family, that it gets repeated over and over and over again through generations or taught. Others indicate that it can be an income issue, or the fact that some people don't graduate from high school. And there is some statistical data to indicate that 1.2% of people who don't graduate from high school are higher. They're higher at a 1.2% higher than anybody else if they do graduate from high school. So, not graduating from high school has been an influence, has been shown to be an influence in whether or not somebody creates certain crimes or commits certain crimes. After seeing these data, studies revealed that there are two reasons behind this. The first and the most unlikely reason is that racial disparity exists in the criminal justice system inherently, or that it's never going away, and that it's been there forever, and it's just inherently racist. That's the most unlikely reason. The second reason that has been proposed is that the judges impose sentences directly correlated to characteristics and sentence appropriately depending on what the mitigating or aggravating factors are. We've also noted that some judges, or people in general, tend to gravitate towards those people that are of the same kind. So the majority of judges are white judges. Therefore, psychologists have indicated that they inherently give linear sentences towards white people because they're of the same kind. And a way to combat this would be to implement more minorities into the criminal justice system to help equal the playing field out a little bit on that aspect. In delinquency also is part of a societal response. So, for example, if you have a group or society that assists law enforcement in solving crimes, then it's been shown that in those groups, crime is significantly lower. But in places where, localities where people don't assist law enforcement or are resilient to do that, it's shown to increase crime in those areas. So that's something else that we need to think about. A way to finally probably solve some of these issues would be to implement more funding into education for people who leave the prison system, and this would help us decrease recidivism rates, and also increase more funding into law enforcement so that they can buy cameras and equipment that would help create more transparency for the community, and therefore building a stronger bond within law enforcement and the community itself. Thank you very much.